Barons, a future matchup, Mr. Delicious versus Laz. I don't know why that's giving me serious wood. Figuratively speaking. Very figuratively speaking. However, when it comes to tag teams, any tag team involving the mascot of Wildside is in for a big surprise. Hey, that's White Trash and Tank. White Trash doing a sprint around the NCW arena. Oh, that'll blow him up in no time. Showing up in the bleachers, saying hi to his friends, and actually everybody's a friend of White Trash. And I see even White Trash is celebrating Freedom Fight 2001 by painting his head red, white, and blue. Kind of stirs the soul, doesn't it, Dan? Is your soul stirred?
Well, White Trash is a character all his own. That's why he's the mascot of Wildside. And tonight, the mascot of Freedom Fight 2001. You see him at ringside with his newly found tag team partner, actually an old friend of his that just busted out of the sanitarium.
You know, there's not enough people who busted out of sanitariums involved in pro wrestling. Hell, some of those people have actually run pro wrestling organizations pretty recently, too.
It seems to be the in thing.
It certainly does. Now, Mr. Delicious, JC North, and Lance Streamer, and that seems to be almost an odd combination as White Trash and literally anybody. But when your tag team partner is the completely loose, screw loose Tank, oh boy, all bets are off.
Oh, this Tank guy, he is a real nut. I tell you, he just stands there on the apron. Look at him with that demented look in his eye. He looks like he's, I don't know, he looks like he's got a few cadavers buried under the foundation of his house.
Well, either that or he hasn't been to the bathroom in a month.
That too, and this Mr. Delicious, this guy is about as preposterous as they get. This total pompous ass. He goes around the locker room bragging about how many female conquests he's had, and from the looks of him, for God's sakes, it doesn't look like he could, well, it doesn't look like he can get much of anything.
Point made, but however, Mr. Delicious' female conquest is a phenomenon we'll address in some other future edition of NWA Wildside fans. Thank you for picking up this incredible NCW home video of Freedom Fight 2001. So glad you're able to join us here. We're right somewhat in the middle of the card here at Freedom Fight 2001, and there was four totally different athletes. There is nothing similar. There is no running common thread of similarity to any of these four guys.
Well, White Trash, you know, he prefers to go to a more hardcore style of wrestling, although he's been going to the mat a lot more as of recent weeks. And Mr. Delicious, Jason North, continues to tell White Trash that he's now claiming that he's a better hardcore wrestler than White Trash as well.
Mr. Delicious has some serious psychological problems he needs to address at a very soon date.
White Trash with a double chop there.
Whoa!
White Trash with an outside moonsault. I am speechless.
It's air White Trash. If he does that again, he will die.
Well, they say lightning never strikes twice. Unbelievable.
Mr. Delicious looking for help, going to the lower regions of Lance Streamer. You know, I get the impression Lance Streamer seems to be somewhat a little embarrassed by the antics both of his tag team partner and in many ways White Trash and probably quite obviously Tank.
Well, Tank sizing up his prey. Well, Lance Streamer's no pushover.
No, he certainly is not. He has quite a pedigree in the world of professional wrestling, and actually his one-loss record is quite sterling what he brings to Wildside. But he seems to be the odd man out here because he's the most traditional wrestler of the bunch.
Big clothesline, down goes Tank.
Down, anybody would go after that clothesline. Unbelievable. Coming up next here at Freedom Fight 2001, it's the Wildside Tag Team titles against the hair of Rusty Riddle of Total Destruction.
Leapfrog by Dreamer, up and over goes Tank. Oh, Tank Norton, excuse me, just Tank, he just caught him.
I guess Lance is dreaming of something else right now. Power slam from the Tankster.
Talking about clothesline, big chop by this psychotic individual.
Tank, the big chop, nobody does it better. Oh, good Lord, Lance Dreamer careens into, that's it, I'm not calling anymore, that's it. I'm in the wrong business.
Well,
this reminds me of the summer of '69.
I bet Lance Dreamer knows what Mr. Delicious had for dinner.